Hey everybody, welcome back to Horton's Flower Farm. So if you look this way, this is my pride and joy over here of my zinnias, but when you look this way, my dahlias that I spent a lot of money on are not doing really well. I'm going to zoom in and show you now what's wrong with them, how I'm going to try and save them, and if I can. Okay, so I'm just going to walk you around. These are standing straight up, and this is really what you want. They're at the height where you can stake them, and this is really good. But what happened over here, if you look, is some of them have already fallen down, and there's obviously tons of grass, tons of weeds here. And what I'm going to try and do today to save these is stake them. So when you have dahlias, they get heavy and they start to lean. You want them straight up in the air, and that's what we're going to be trying to do with T-posts. So as you can see, this one has just completely leaned all the way over. I'm going to try and bring him back up with the stakes. You can see they're trying to recover by growing up, which, you know, is great for the plant. I don't even know if these can be staked back up because they're already trying to recover and grow sideways. See, if I stake this up, that's not even going to work. So I want to give you a little recap of why they are looking like this, why they've been neglected. They're falling down. They still look like they can be saved, but this is what happened. These were planted back before I went away, and if you watch my channel, I have 2 flower farms, one in my backyard here, a mini flower farm, and then one in a location 500 miles away in New York. And this was planted and it wasn't taken care of. I was away for months at a time, and there just wasn't any time to stake them up and weed. And that's because a couple things happened. I couldn't get back. We were supposed to be back. Some things went wrong and I couldn't get here for them. Okay, so T-posts have been put in about every, I would say 15 feet. And I'm gonna start stringing the plants up, which is gonna be really difficult because you can see some of them are already leaning. Some of them I might have to just leave where they are, but I'm gonna try and save what I can. This side's doing a little bit better, so they'll be a little bit easier. I'm gonna show you how I string it up now. Okay, so you can see I started to string all the string down the edge, but I'm gonna make it a little bit tighter because I tried to string it without tying it on each one. So I'm gonna tie them individually and get them staked up a little bit better. Okay, so as you can see back here, I started stringing them at 2 feet. I'm gonna string them at 4 feet. I'm not liking the way this string is holding, so I'm actually gonna go purchase more of like a wire string like I did with my deer fencing. It's just a little bit tighter on the hold. This, as you can see, is just like flimsy. Look at how flimsy it is. I can't get it. I think it's because it's too thin. So I'm gonna try a different string. We'll get back to this probably tomorrow, and hopefully the whole rest of this row will have the string on it, and I'll show you what it looks like. You can see we started weeding, so it's looking a lot better. The plants, some of them fell down, some of them look like they're gonna be okay. It is, let's see, the beginning of August, so I'm thinking that this really will look nice for September. So let's get different string. Okay, so it's the next day, and after a ton of work, I finally have the dahlias set up. They are staked up, they are looking good, and I think they're gonna be okay. And we even weeded the ones back there. I'm gonna show you everything what we did, exactly how I tied everything. I think they are in good shape. Okay, so as you can see, we ran the double lines on both poles. So as you can see, there is 2 lines here, like this, going across, and there's also 2 lines at the bottom holding the bottom parts. And you can see them over here maybe a little bit better. And what I even went and did was I tied the plants that were really falling over to the string just to hold them up a little bit better. Hope this gives you an idea. And you can see there was 2 types of string. I thought the thin string wasn't working, but we found a way to get it tighter, so it did work. We did use a little bit thicker string, but you don't have to. This was just the very thin twine. Okay, and these were the cafe au laits I had in another variety that came to me as cuttings, and you could not even see them, but now you can. And we didn't do the staking on them yet. I'm gonna let them grow a little bit bigger. They're a little bit small because there was so much weed pressure, and this area is a little bit more shaded, but hopefully now they'll get the nutrients they need. Let me swing back this way so you can see the dahlias again looking better. There were 2 or 3 that were so fallen over that they're growing straight up, so I just left them. They're gonna, when they grow up into the air, I'm gonna put them in between those lines. But for the most part, not as bad as I thought. It looked horrible before, and it looks like a completely different garden now. Do you look at them? So this is how we did it. I think it's gonna be really good now. We'll have blooms for hopefully September and October. It was a little bit rough because we were away, but again, I have so many flowers, so many dahlia tubers. In this section alone, I think I had 75. And in this section behind me, I probably had over 100. So it would be a lot of flowers if these do well. We have to fix some of the hoses, look like they were not getting enough water. We're working on fixing that. But that's how I saved my dahlias. Hopefully they will stay like this. We'll get lots of blooms. And I will see you guys in the next video.